Okay, we're recording, so I've got to get a picture of the group.
Hi. Did you even swim?
I did.
Okay.
Okay. I believe that everyone would benefit from working through a 12-step program. Who here has a bad habit?
Me.
I do.
Yes, I have some too, and here are a few. Biting your nails, sometimes nerves or whatever. Biting your nails is a problem. Or it could be chewing with your mouth open, eating too much food. It could be anything with food. Or watching too much television. Sometimes it's easier just to sit down and watch TV, but my main problem was that I would overeat. That was my bad habit. That's what caused me a lot of anxiety and a lot of frustration in my life. I had experienced some trauma in my life, and instead of dealing with the emotions, I started eating lots of food, lots of meals, and they were big. And so I started gaining weight, and one day my niece was visiting, and she took me by the hand and she took me to a bathroom scale, and I stood on it because she wanted to see the needle spin, and I realized I was 300 pounds. And that was not okay with me. So I started trying to find ways to lose weight, to stop eating, and so I tried, Weight Watchers. I tried just telling myself I'm not going to buy anything that I shouldn't be eating, or I tried times where I would say I'm only going to eat this much, and then I would eat everything, and it really caused a lot of problems, and it eventually led to some depression problems. It really hit really hard about 2 years ago. I was living away from home, and I was gaining weight again, and it had gotten to the point where I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't necessarily want to kill myself, but I didn't want to, I just wanted to go to sleep and never wake up again. And that is kind of how I felt, like I was backed into a corner and that there was really nothing that I could do. And so I found the 12 steps. I knew I had done 12-step programs before, but I had never really connected and worked through the steps. And this last time I was like, I really need to get down, and I need to work the steps, and I need to find something that will help me overcome my eating. And so some of the things I learned while I was doing 12 steps, I learned that there's a power greater than myself, and that I don't need to depend on myself for everything, that I can't do it on my own, and that I needed to utilize a power greater than myself to overcome my problems. And then I learned that I was overly anxious. I would find problems in my life, and I would just let them fester in the back of my mind, and they would sit there, and I would dwell on them for days and days, and I never worked through anything, and so instead I would eat, and that was how I dealt with my anxiety. Is I would say, oh, I am feeling a little anxious, better go eat some cookies. And it
That's
never
a good
really
thing,
worked.
though.
I learned how to enjoy both the small and the large moments in my life. I had gotten to the point where I didn't really believe that I could be happy, because I had this huge problem that I was dealing with, and I didn't know how to let go. And so working through the 12 steps, I learned, to appreciate a sunrise, or to appreciate a sunset, to be willing to travel to a beach and to just sit and watch the waves come in and feel the peace of the moment. And also, with the large moments, it helped me connect with my family better in family reunions, get-togethers. I was more willing to step away from the table, step out of my comfort zone, and go and spend time with my family and to start connecting with people. And I think that those are the large moments that in life. And then I learned to identify what I'm really feeling. My problem is that, I would say, oh, I'm feeling an emotion. I don't know what it is. I better go eat. And so I would do that if I was bored or tired or anxious, or sometimes if I was happy. I'd be like, oh, this is the best day in the world. I'm going to go eat. And, celebratory dinners, or, just, I didn't know how to identify the emotion, and so I would go and I would bury it so that I wouldn't have to figure out what it is and to feel it. And then I learned how to change while I was working through the 12-step programs. I learned that change is good, and that, changing isn't fatal. In fact, it's a necessary part of life, and we don't have to change everything all at once. That is one of the problems that I had, was I was trying to say, okay, right now I'm going to change, and that's not how it works. It's a step-by-step process, and that's what the 12 steps gives you. It takes you through the steps so that you know how to change, and so that you can experience that peace. And why is this important to you? It's important to you because I don't know anyone who doesn't have burdens, who doesn't have problems or things that they want to change. And sometimes it really feels like trying to carry a rock up a slippery slope of a mountain. And the 12 steps enables you to carry those burdens and to work through the problems and overcome whatever challenges may be in your life. 12 steps can make you emotionally healthy. Like I mentioned previously, identifying your emotions and working through them is a lot healthier, and you find greater peace than just suppressing them. And once you get to that emotionally happy place, you find that that your emotions are mature and that you can appreciate more in life. And I don't know anyone who hasn't had something break their heart or hurt their heart. I found a lot of healing through working the 12 steps, through opening up my past and looking at it and learning how to process through not only the emotions, but really figuring out what really happened, and surrendering it to God and letting my higher power come in and heal my heart and make it whole again instead of burying it or suppressing it. And then I challenge you to attend 2 meetings within 1 month, because you have to give it at least 2 tries. That is how you will really experience some of the benefits and know if this is really for you. Here are a couple meetings or a couple websites where you can find meetings that you can attend. But I know from my own experience that 12-step work, that those experiences can bring peace. They teach you how to appreciate and enjoy life, and it will help you to overcome the challenges in your life and to change both the big things and the little things that come up in life, and you can really make a change and for the better. So thank you for coming.